My name is Alex Brown, and I thought I knew my fiancée Samantha. She seemed perfect to me, smart, ambitious, full of fire, but she was also impressionable, easily swayed by what her friends considered practical choices. I loved her fiercely, and I believe she loved me too. I never imagined she could doubt my potential or my determination. That illusion shattered one evening when she looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Alex, I can't wait around for someone who has no future. I need someone stable, someone who can give me what I deserve." My heart sank. I didn't argue. I didn't tell her the truth, that I had a $10 million inheritance waiting, but only if I graduated first. Every word she said cut deeper because she had no idea what I was building silently for both of us. Before we continue, hit subscribe now. Your support keeps this channel alive. Now back to our story. Samantha left. She chose a man who looked successful, whose car gleamed and suits were expensive. She told herself she was trading up, listening to friends who said she deserved more than what I had. I watched her go, saying nothing, hiding my secret. I had to finish college first. That was the only way to unlock my inheritance, and I wasn't about to let anyone ruin that plan. I buried myself in my studies and part-time jobs, working late nights and early mornings. Every test, every assignment, every hour was a step closer to my freedom. I delivered pizzas, waited tables, tutored kids, anything to make ends meet while my mind stayed on graduation day. I never contacted Samantha. She didn't know about my inheritance or the sacrifices I made. All she knew was the failure she thought I was. Some nights were harder than others. I remember the cold apartment, the fridge nearly empty, the stack of textbooks on my desk. Exhaustion clawed at me, but I thought about the day I'd finally walk across that stage and unlock what my grandfather had left me. That thought kept me moving, kept me focused, while Samantha's choice haunted me in quiet moments. Samantha, meanwhile, was building her perfect life, or so it seemed. She bragged to friends about her new boyfriend's apparent stability, his flashy car, and his expensive clothes. She didn't see the cracks. She didn't know he was shallow, opportunistic, and only interested in appearances. I stayed out of her path, letting time unfold naturally. Finally, graduation day arrived. The auditorium smelled of fresh paint, old wood, and nervous energy. Walking across the stage, I felt a thrill unlike any other. My diploma in hand, I went straight to the lawyer who handled my grandfather's will. Within minutes, the key to my inheritance was mine. $10 million. But I didn't just spend it. I invested wisely, multiplying it. Patience and discipline had turned my secret into a fortune that even Samantha could never imagine. The months after graduation were a blur of strategic investments, cautious ventures, and calculated risks. I built a life rooted in security, growth, and influence. My work ethic, once underestimated, became my secret weapon. And I never once reached out to Samantha. She had made her choice. The universe would handle the rest. Months later, news reached me through mutual friends. Samantha's new boyfriend had left her for a richer, older woman. She was humiliated, embarrassed, and alone. The same people who once encouraged her to leave me now whispered about her misfortune. Karma, as subtle as it is sharp, had done its work. I felt a strange mix of satisfaction and relief. I hadn't needed to chase her, confront her, or prove anything. The life I had built spoke for itself. She had judged me without knowing my future, and now she was left with the consequences of her decision. I remember the first time I saw Samantha after all this. She had arrived at a college reunion, looking tense and unsure. Her eyes found mine for a brief moment, wide with disbelief. She mouthed a silent apology, but I didn't respond. My smile remained polite, but distant. It wasn't bitterness, it was quiet triumph. She had underestimated me, and life had done the rest. Every struggle, every late night, every dollar saved had led to this. I had grown stronger, wiser, and wealthier, not just in money, but in patience, resilience, and character. Watching Samantha's regret unfold was a reminder that timing, endurance, and perseverance always matter more than appearances. Walking into my office one crisp morning, I paused to reflect. My investments were flourishing, my life was secure, and my path was mine alone. Samantha's choice had been made, her fate sealed, and I had no reason to dwell on it. Victory doesn't need words, it just needs time and silent perseverance. In the quiet moments, I remembered my grandfather's words. Wealth is earned in patience, and it reveals itself to those who endure. I had endured, I had earned, and I had won. Samantha had traded the man she didn't understand for illusions she couldn't rely on, and now, watching the consequences, I finally understood the full weight of that victory.